Ah, Victory Road with its terrifying music. And it's Cocoa Pops.
What?
They look the boulders. They look like Cocoa Pops to me.
Ah. I thought you said Cocoa Rocks for a minute there.
No.
Which are also
That's gotta
made
be
by
a
Cocoa
cereal.
Pops.
I'm pretty sure they did detonate once. A variant of Cocoa Pops that was.
Wait, it's a different kind. You can still get it.
I've only ever seen Cocoa Pops. Cocoa Pops were amazing when you were a kid. When you got that chocolate milk at the end.
They're still great as a grown-up.
Yeah, but it's something weird. The magic's gone. Like, this is good, but when I was a kid, this was amazing. It's lost a bit of like, yeah, we all like little puzzles and wild Pokemon. Between different. No, it's a Golbat. Fucking Golbats.
Isn't that the one you're scared of?
No, the mouth just freaks me out. It's like 80% mouth. And where does the food it goes eat? It has no stomach or any room for anything else.
It probably does have a stomach, you just can't see it.
They aren't that wide, I'm not sure. Wide, depth.
Might just be a very small stomach.
Yeah, it's got a giant mouth, and it's terrifying. Nothing should have a mouth that big. In relation to its body.
Wow.
Okay, he's gonna pull out some nature knowledge. Well, actually...
An anglerfish has got quite a large mouth in relation to
Well, they are
this.
terrifying, anglerfish. They are genuinely terrifying things. Never forget Find Nemo with the anglerfish. That wasn't that much scarier than they actually are. I've always wanted to see an anglerfish. You don't get them in aquariums. There's no aquarium I've been to.
Well, no, that's because they're deep sea fish, so you need to get... One, you can't really bring them to the surface, because the water pressure will change enough that'll kill them.
I always want to see an anglerfish. There's a cool little idea for a creature. It glows, and that's how it lures its prey. That's evolution at work, people. There's gotta be an anglerfish. There is an anglerfish Pokemon, I'm pretty sure. An anglerfish Pokemon.
Yeah, I'm very sure there is actually.
It's gotta be. Doing the sun. Yeah, it's
I think it was like Gen 2 or something actually.
yeah, it's the lantern. It's called.
Isn't it a water electric type?
It is a water electric type. He's quite a good type actually. I want to see what he's against. Yeah, you weak against two things: ground and grass types, and but immune to nothing. Hey, trainer! What will she have with her? Is that a haircut or? It's out with that hair. Ooh, Persian! I think you say when you're in the street, you go, oh, like a Persian. Does Persia even exist in the same way it used to? I always liked Persian. What's that cool little thing? That's nice.
Alright, well I can't find mouth. I found out that the tube-lit nectar bat has the longest tongue of any mammal in relation to its size. Its tongue is 85 millimeters long, which is 1.5 times longer than its body. It must be kept inside its rib cage.
Wait, it rolls up like a fruit winder. Don't giraffes have very long tongues?
Giraffes do, they do, but not compared to like the rest of their body.
How's that?
I mean, the barnacle is the creature with the largest penis in proportion to its body size.
And you know that somehow. No.
And in terms of vertebrates, the Argentine blue duck.
Blue duck. Is the duck actually blue?
Bluebill duck, sorry.
Oh, no, I
The Argentine bluebill. And of course, the interesting thing with ducks' penises, they're corkscrew shaped.
This has been your daily dose of the penises of the nature world.
And the females, as a result of that, they are the other way.
Well, you don't
So they
make
fit,
sense.
they sort of...
This is Penises of the Natural World, the show David Attenborough refused to do. Any other penis fact over here? Just, we've lowered the standard already. Oh god, you can't look. Don't search penis facts on Google. God, tell me he knows what will come up.
I'm already there.
Oh god.
The blue whale's penis typically measures between 8 and 10
the
foot.
The blue whale's a massive thing. I expected to have a massive penis.
Between 2, which is about 2.4 to 3 meters.
That's a big penis.
Walrus have one of the biggest penises amongst mammals, relative to their body size.
Wow.
And quite a few mammals have a bone in their penis, of course, as well.
Ow!
It runs through.
Seems like a pain.
Well, badgers do. Badgers have got a bone in their penis.
Never seen a badger.
Have you not? They're huge.
I've only ever seen a badger when they're flattened on the road.
No, I've seen one.
I've never actually seen one in the wild.
They're massive.
I want to see one. And they're vicious fucking
One came into the garden when I was back home.
Oh.
I was up late watching a film with my mum in the living room, and the security light went on out in the back garden, and I thought it was probably a cat, because we get cats quite often through the gardens. I looked up there, and there was this massive badger.
I've never seen a badger.
They're huge.
Well, that one was. I've seen hedgehogs, foxes.
All badgers. To be fair, badgers are all huge. Badgers are the largest land carnivore in Britain. Native, obviously.
Native. Those bastard grey squirrels. That's why you never see a red squirrel anymore.
The music's slowing down.
Oh, the Game Boy's dying. Give it a minute. Now we're back. It'd be ominous and terrifying, and that's a really pixelated picture of a child. The power of DVD drives. Like when you first got a PS2 and you realised they could play DVDs, and it was also like an amazing thing at the time. Now we're on Blu-rays or whatever. Oh, nice. Predictable. I'm waiting for more penis facts. This is oddly interesting me now.
Sorry, hang on. To Google.
Yeah, just be careful. 1, what Google. 2, you may be put on a list. The list of people who search penises online and aren't studying biology.
Oh, I know the perfect place to go to, Sean.
Oh god.
It's our old favourite, Cosmopolitan magazine.
Oh, those sex tips are amazing, man.
Those are hilarious.
Like, people actually think like this? Like, genuinely? And I've seen women, since I assume a large part of the Cosmoids are women.
I think part of it is that, but it's also because they're told to think that by the likes of...
Cosmo?
Yeah.
I forgot the person's name we were into, like an agony aunt.
Here we are. The average penis size amongst men is between 3 and 4 inches from tip to base. However, when men were asked, this figure rose to 7 to 8 inches.
Well, that's gonna happen, right? Let's be honest.
Most penises are the same size when erect, which is actually between 6 and 7 inches.
On a bad day, on a good day.
Some men are born with 2 penises.
Awesome.
It's a condition called diphallus, or diphallus, which makes sense.
Diphallus, yeah.
And affects 100 men worldwide, apparently. Hang on, they say some men. It makes it sound like it can happen, it's like 1 in 100, but it affects about 100 men worldwide. It's incredibly
Can happen.
Ooh, impotence is grounds for divorce in 24 American states.
Is it?
Apparently so. According to Cosmo.
They don't do it like the Middle Ages where a bunch of old women gather around the bed to watch.
You see, that's an interesting thing. Oh, you're talking about, what's it called?
Because no one's going to perform well. A bunch of people watching. No one's going to perform well. Unless you're into that. But no one's going to perform well.
What's an interesting one? Coro, which is dubbed penis panic, is a certified mass hysteria where men believe their members are in danger of vanishing. It's more common in Africa and the Far East.
That's called getting married.
Actually, I can give you a bit of history about the word hysteria if you want.
I wonder where this was going. History on penises. Penises appear a lot in history.
No. Actually, hysteria actually is related to the female counterpart.
Well, yeah, women get hysterical.
Do you know why the word comes from?
Do I want to know?
Yeah, I don't know. Do you?
Don't know. Say what it is, and I'll judge if I should edit it out or not.
Okay. In the ancient time, like in the ancient societies...
Anything to do with the hymen, I'm leaving.
No, it's not to do with that. The ancient
I thought hymen hysteria. I thought we're going for that.
No. The ancient societies of the Greeks and the Romans, they believed that a woman's womb was like an animal. As in, it was independent of the woman. And if she wasn't pregnant, so if there wasn't a baby growing in the womb would move around her body and go up to her head and drive her mad. which is where the word hysterical and hysteria comes from. It's also comes from the same root, of course, that if a woman has a surgery to remove her womb, it's called a hysterectomy.
Oh, yeah, hysterectomy. I was trying to think
literally, when you say
I thought the scientific name for the womb was uterus. That's why I wasn't getting that.
Kind of. I mean, a hysterectomy is the removal.
Yeah, hysterectomy.
That part.
The ultimate contraception is removed.
But yes, the term hysterical and hysteria
I don't know why
literally comes from.
Carry on.
Because the ancient Greeks thought the womb was an animal, that like an animal, it was moved independently. It was an independent organism within the body of a woman, and if she wasn't pregnant, she'd go mad. So the only way to keep your woman sane was to make sure she stayed pregnant.
What's gonna be? And we thought the Greeks were smart.
Well, if you're going to talk about that, if you go back to earlier civilization. Very early human society and civilization, it was matriarchal. Women had the top place.
Then the men came and progress actually got made.
No, don't start. No, because people didn't know where babies came from.
Some people today don't know where babies come from. At the age they should know when babies come from.
By which I mean, they knew that women gave birth to children, but that was it. They didn't know how it happened, so they presumed it was the gift and the miracle of being a woman. As in,
every
women
woman
create
who's had
life.
a child describes pregnancy as a gift.
There was no connection between the involvement of sex, procreation.
Until the Greeks came along and they sorted it out.
No, because, eventually what happened was someone then eventually made the connection between... for millennia, for generations, it was this situation of... Right, man and woman have sex. 9 months later, there's a baby. There was no connection.
Stuff
made
happens
between
before that. They get bigger. Like say 9 months later, there's a baby something.
Yeah, but there was no connection made between these two things. Then they discovered when it was sort of.
You know what they needed? Cosmo sex tips.
When they then discovered the connection between these two things,
the wheel, fire, where babies come from.
The realization that it suddenly changed everything. Essentially, it went from women are the creators of life, and without them, life cannot exist. And so we follow women that have got a top bill. It was the exact opposite. Men realized, wait a minute, you're not special at all. It's us that we're the ones that are needed for a baby here. It's not.
Well,
not
to be
you.
fair, both are needed.
Yes, I know, but again, think of the arrogance
himself.
in that situation here. Essentially, you've got the situation of you're just the vessel. Because when you think about the terminology,
now that's a pickup line. Will you be my vessel?
This is really weird. We're doing a Pokemon video and talking about sex.
Pokemon breed? You know,
when
where
you
they
think
don't
of the
totally have
terminology
sex.
for things, particularly in like religious texts, it's semen and things refer to his seed.
Yes. Or essence. That's more Zerg in StarCraft.
Yeah, but do you know what I mean?
Essence.
Well, with seed, you plant a seed and it grows in the soil. You don't say the soil is important for it.
You're doing it wrong if you're burying it in the soil.
Which is where the whole thing comes from in terms of men are the dominant things. Like, you're not special at all. You are literally just the vessel for us. You are the cup. You are the oven. All these things.
The oven.
Bun in the oven.
Cook your pregnant wife.
You have heard the phrase, I've got a bun in the oven.
I've heard lots of things that can mean different things.
Anyway, should we go back to the penis facts?
Actually, I was going to ask a question, although I don't know how any of us would know this.
Go on.
I should. We know men can get a vasectomy.
Yeah.
Isn't there a female equivalent to cut the fallopian tubes?
Or
can't you do that as it fucks everything up, like the hormones and the...
I believe there must be. I know you can get it's like with most things, it's possible to get like blockages there and things like that.
It's just the idea of, if you don't want children and condoms that, ruin the connection between you, or whatever bullshit excuse they come up with. To not use it. And condoms can fail, let's be honest. Condoms can fail. Especially at the price they are.
Well, they can't. They're not cut, but they're blocked.
Oh, blocked.
That's female sterilization.
I was wondering if I don't know why either of us would know this, but
female sterilization it'll be blocking the.
That it might cause.
But on the matter of fallopian tubes, do you want to know an interesting fact about them?
Oh God, this is turning to biology.
They shouldn't be called fallopian tubes.
What should they be called?
fallopian tubers?
Tubers! Oh, that'd be awesome.
Because
Sperm go down. Why? What's wrong with tubes?
Well, it's not to do with what's wrong with the tubes, but that the man who discovered them and named them, he didn't call them fallopian tubes.
There's a mark on history.
It's a 16th century Italian anatomist called Gabriele Fallopio.
Oh no, I want the fallopian tube. That sounds way better than
well, they're
fallopian
called
tube.
fallopian after him.
Yeah,
Now, when he described them, he called them fallopian tuber, as in because he thought they looked like tubers.
okay. Tuber has
However, the plural of tuber in Italian is tube, T-U-B-A, T-U-B-E even. And as a result of that, when that's read by the rest of the world, it's not fallopian tubers, it's fallopian tube. So there you go.
Man, you should host QI next time.
That's a fact on QI. I watched it
Is it?
recently in
Oh,
one of the episodes. I'm making my way through the series again. But I love weird little facts. Same thing with hysterectomy, and I know they covered it, but I remember getting taught that at school. Anyway, should we get back onto the Cosmo penis facts?
Yes, go on then.
Alright.
These are going to be gold, I'm sure.
Some of these
we
aren't
should
really...
create a new show. Alex Reed's Cosmo Sex Facts.
We've done this before, Sean. We did it for several months.
Yeah. With an audience as well. It wasn't just...
Yeah, that was fun. 1 in 10 men wears the
found
same
those
pair of
Cosmos?
pants for more than 3 days.
What about pants? I can go half that.
1 in 10 men wears the same pair of pants for more than 3 days.
English pants or American pants, they mean different things.
Underwear.
Underwear. Ah!
Whilst 9% go commando every day.
Hell yeah! Well, not every day, but occasionally I can't be arsed.
Hang on.
If I'm not going out that day,
That's nearly the same number.
Yeah.
1 in 10. So that's 10%.
Yeah.
Whilst
we
nearly
do maths.
9% go commando, so it's roughly the same proportion.
Wow.
The French are the nation with the biggest average reported penis size at 6.2
Yeah, but
inches.
as we established before, reported penis sizes can
Yeah,
not,
I've read facts saying otherwise to that.
not necessarily true. Like, if you ask a man how big his penis is, there's gonna be some dramatic license, shall we say, with it.
When the cause of here we are. When the cause of death is hanging, the male body will often get an erection. This is known as the death erection or the angel lust.
Or he was really into autoerotic asphyxiation.
The average number of times a man will ejaculate in his lifetime. 7,200.
That depends on a lot of things, to be fair.
It's the average.
Okay, what's the average?
7,200.
I love it. It's a lot of time on the internet, shall we say?
Oh, there's a difference though here.
Oh god.
The average
Women
number of
don't
times a man will ejaculate from masturbation
Oh god.
is 2,000.
Oh. I'm gonna not. Oh, go duck.
So, do you remember I was saying about how some animals have a bone in their penis?
Yes.
Right, so a human
Imagine
there
that-
isn't.
That
However,
breaks.
a human can suffer from penile fracture, where his member turns
Ow.
blue.
Ow!
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sleep tonight.
Oh, interesting. As men get older, they're more likely to suffer from a condition called Peyronie's syndrome, which is if their penis bends too much in a certain way during sex, it causes small tears in the tissue and gives the penis a curved shape.
Have sex.
30% of men over the age of 15 have been circumcised. There's an interesting history to that, actually, in America.
Oh, we get about that.
Well, no, because in America it's the default for most people. Most men in America are circumcised. And do you know who to thank for that?
Who?
John Kellogg.
As in, damn it, Hillary!
As in Kellogg's cornflakes.
I think it. That's the way you conversation.
Yeah, it's the same guy.
Oh, Mr. Mime. That's actually a Mr. Mime.
Are you actually watching the video now?
I'm just glancing at it while I'm trying not to worry about my penis.
The average speed of ejaculation is 28 miles per hour.
How do you measure that? There's someone waiting with a speed gun. I'm ready. Just aim in that direction, don't on me.
The largest natural penis recorded is 11 inches.
But he may have been exaggeration.
Whilst the smallest was 5/8 of an inch.
It was micro penis. That's micro penis. Little nub. Well, this has been a fascinating discussion.
The standard male orgasm lasts 6 seconds, whilst the average female orgasm is 23 seconds.
Isn't the pig? The pig has like...
Yeah, pig has... the pig's got... that's how they discuss that in House, don't they, at one point?
It sounds the kind of thing that would come up.
Yeah, pigs have an incredibly long orgasm. Lasts for hours, I believe.
Your average porn stars.
Can I just say, the way Cosmo phrased this particular fact about how long male and female orgasms is rather interesting. The text literally reads as this. The standard male orgasm lasts 6 seconds, while us girls get an average of 23 seconds. Yay! It actually says that.
Wow. Just go, girl.
What? When he ejaculates, the message is sent from his spinal cord, not his brain, which explains his weird facial expressions at climax. Cosmo, never change.
No.
It's funny.
Hilarious. Busted the female sex facts. Now we'll get interesting.
Oh, right.
Oh God.
I've moved on to Salon
Be very
magazine.
careful what you say now.
I've been moved on to Salon magazine here.
I don't know the reputation of that one like Cosmo, and Cosmo hasn't really read them.
Every penis was at one point a clitoris.
Has what?
Every penis was a clitoris.
Well, yeah, because everyone starts with a female.
Exactly.
I learned that in biology. You know.
Not only, well, it's not just that, but for those people who are aware of how a sex change works, that's what is used. Clitoris becomes a penis.
Well, it might need a bit more mass, shall we say.
And apparently fetuses have erections.
Well, yeah. So all it requires is blood flow. At least for a man. Well, women can't get erections. Unless they can, and you're about to bust out another sex fact. Women can have erections. What? Oh, Sand Slash. Dear delightful Sand Slash.
I've moved on to Men's Health magazine.
Finally, someone unbiased in these sex tips.
Smoking can shorten your penis by as much as a centimetre.
Well, if you ever want a reason to stop smoking, it's that cancer, small penis.
Doctors can now grow skin for burn victims using the foreskins of circumcised infants.
Oh, there's a reason to mortgage.
One foreskin can produce 23,000 square meters.
I think that's a lot of foreskin. Ooh, walking there. The train is called George.
Oh, blimey.
No.
Right,
Really
I've just stumbled upon that same fact I said about how long an orgasm lasts between men and women.
Yeah.
The line following it in Men's Health magazine is, which means if women were really interested in equality, they'd make sure we have 4 orgasms for every one of theirs. I'm not quite sure that's how equality works.
Well, that's funny in so many ways. Oh, they want to be equal. Ah, the legendary pushing the boulder bit.
The oldest known species with a penis is a hard-shelled sea creature called... Right.
Okay, he needs to get ready to pronounce this. Probably.
Yeah, well, it's Latin.
Yeah. Caesar hard.
Colymoborthus
Ha! Caesar hard. Sorry, carry on with that.
ekplecticos. It's Greek. Sorry, not Latin. It's Greek. And it's Greek for amazing swimmer with large penis.
Well, that's the Greeks in a nutshell. They did like their penises.
Well, no. It'll be scientists who used it. They just named it in Greek.
Well, they knew. They didn't honour this, knowing the Greeks like their penises.
One man in 400 is flexible enough to give himself oral pleasure.
Well, if using your hand gets boring, I suppose. Why not? You don't have a fact how many women are flexible enough to give themselves oral pleasure. He's not going to find that fact. Oh, it's this guy.
Apparently size does matter.
Well, yeah, it does to a certain degree, but
The
too
longer
big,
your penis,
too
the better
big.
semen displacement you'll achieve when having sex with a woman flush with competing
Oh, I
semen.
was just talking about the pleasure aspect of it rather than the...
That's according to
actual-
researchers at the State University of New York.
Well, they know. Bunch of hippies. I was just talking about the pleasure aspect. I wasn't thinking about the actual logistics of actually...
The penis
creating a
that's been
child.
enjoyed by the most women could be that of King Fatefehe of Tonga, who supposedly deflowered
There's a great term.
37,800 women between the years 1717 and 1784. That's about 7 virgins a day.
I have a new role model. When you say enjoyed, I assume it was... When you're having 7 virgins a day, he must have had some stamina, that's what I'm saying. Or he was really quick.
Well, as I said, that took place over 14 years. He was the king.
Assume by the
As
way
we
you
know,
said
the average
enjoy.
orgasm lasts 6 seconds, so...
Yeah, but... You know... His may have been longer, we don't know. It may have been more.
Well, this was in the
He's really-
1700s. I think the
Everything was shorter back then.
no, I was not going with. I'm not sure we have quite all the details. I'm not sure it wasn't exactly a scientific.
There must have been one per... Oh, lick a tongue! Sorry. Speaking of oral pleasure,
Oh god. Can I make a request for this video?
That tongue
please?
could come in useful. Huh?
Can I make a request for this video?
What?
Can we put a warning on it at the very start?
Warning, contains talks about penises.
Unsuitable for children of a certain age.
The internet, though. I'll put a...
Adult content.
I can put a mature filter on it, so...
It's your call if you want to, but...
It hasn't been that crass, most of it's been science. It's not like we're going... And that's where you would have found Moltres, going back to the video in the original game.
Right.
Moltres is in Victory Road in this game. Ooh, Pyramid. So we've done penises, we've done vaginas. I haven't done much about vaginas, but... It's been a sausage fest, basically. With your facts about the most enjoyed penis throughout history. Who made that fact? I need to create that.
Who made what fact?
The fact about the guy the penis enjoyed by the most women.
Well, again, it's what being historical records, I suppose, really.
Historians
I mean,
need to find better things to do with their time, I think. Like scientists want to create cauliflower from seaweed. Like, you need spare things to do with your time. Yes, trainers live to seek stronger opponents. It's called leveling up and how you progress in the game. We looked a fairy. Someone couldn't find a moonstone. I'm now worried what you're looking at.
Nothing. I've moved away from penis facts.
Just okay. Now we're going to talk about just we went from sex tips to penis facts. I remember I'm going to say Cosmo sex tips having a penis complex, but they definitely have a complex. I'm just not sure what it was. Dear Cosmo. And seriously, we should do where you live read all Cosmo sex tips. In like trying to be like, you know, when actors do readings of books in a pompous way, they do it.
Pompous?
Well, you know, like they're acting, creating the mood for it, but you do it with sex tips from Cosmo. So it'd be funny. Who found all those Cosmos anyway?
We found them, if memory serves, we found them in...
There was a lot of them!
It was the... Do you remember the big sort of cupboard at the top of the stairs?
Vaguely.
It was on the landing that myself and Janine shared.
Oh.
We found them in the top of there.
There's a lot of Cosmos there.
There was loads. I mean,
I've forgotten how old they were.
Well, they weren't all that old. We think they must... I mean, they were about a couple of years worth.
Yeah, a lot of them.
But they'd all been... It must have been the previous people.
That's a lot of Cosmos. A lot of sex tip reading, implying that literally all Cosmos are sex tips.
Well, the bits we read were.
Well, they were the only funny bits.
I think the main reason we read them and found them funny, because yes, it's funny hearing about sex tips, but it's funnier when it's done with such a clear-cut English accent as well.
Because we English don't talk about sex publicly.
So having it read out in my voice just added to the humour, I'd like to think.
It's not proper to discuss these things in public anymore. Keep it to yourself.
I mean, as we know, when we ran out of Cosmos, we went to 50 Shades of Grey.
Gilbert Gottfried still has the best 50 Shades of Grey.
You know, to be fair though, George Takei does a good one as well, which is, if you recall, every time Anastasia said, "Oh my," I did do the George Takei. Oh my.
I think books... Are they doing more film? I'm curious if they did a sequel film.
Yeah, they did a sequel.
I'm curious if they're going to do another one. I mean, Twilight got how
to be
many
fair,
films?
it is a trilogy.
Yeah, but did it make enough actually?
Oh, I don't know. Don't make me
Matt,
Google it. Are you looking it up?
I'm not looking it up, I'm just chillaxing watching the version.
I've got to look it up.
I'm just curious if they're actually, if enough, I'd say middle-aged housewives, but I don't know the main
My sister
demographic.
watches these films.
The main demographic of it, because Twilight was obviously teenage girls, but is that 50 Shades of Grey, or 50 Shades of Grey more of the housewife thing? You know, a bit of escapism for them.
They are awful books.
They're awful books, but people read shit anyway. People read and watch shit. 9 times out of 10, making shit is how you make money. Well, to make the most money, you go for the lowest common denominator. It's the Michael Bay approach to making films.
Yeah, it made a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. Most people go to the cinema not to think.
So, 50 Shades of Grey.
Yes.
Right, 50 Shades of Grey was the first one.
I believe so.
I'm trying to see what its budget was.
More than it should have been.
There we are. So its budget was $40 million.
Jesus!
At the box office, it made $571 million.
Jesus Christ.
The sequel,
Oh, Kingler. Sorry.
50 Shades Darker, had a budget of $55 million. At the box office, it made $378.8 million.
Less, but...
And 50 Shades Freed, which is the next one,
Oh.
is not out yet.
50 Shades Darkest, and
No, it's 50 Shades of Grey, 50 Shades Darker, and then 50 Shades Freed.
I thought Freed was not what the point of these books. Oh. I don't know, I barely read them.
It's complicated. Anyway, that one's coming out next year.
Oh, good, enjoy it. And,
That one's coming out on February the 9th.
Just curious on demographics of 50 Shades. Would it be more teenage girls or more middle-aged housewives?
I don't know.
Just out of curiosity. Because Twilight was definitely more...
Well, Twilight is young adult. It's young adult fiction.
It's the bottom of the barrel of fiction. Sorry.
I know people have read it and quite liked it. And they're people whose opinion I...
accounted for their taste. They're wrong, but they're accounted for their taste. Ooh, Tens are cruel. Sorry, I'm back to Pokemon.
Hang on. Looking up the books now.
Demographics now. Don't they have? I might have demographics in books, but I don't know demographics in the film. I mean, I thought there was more than 3 50 Shades books anyway.
Well, technically there's a fourth one.
Oh, that's right. 50 Shades, the stuff we too hot for TV.
No, the fourth book.
This will be just porn straight up. That's what. Not they weren't that before.
The fourth installment is called Grey, which is the story of. Yeah, it's.
Great title.
Well, it's named after the main character, Christian Grey. It's the story of
not Christian.
It's the story of 50 Shades of Grey told from his perspective.
Oh joy, that's just what I want. Insight into that psyche.
Because all the other books are written from Anastasia Steele's point of view.
With her quote-unquote
So Grey is the story of 50 Shades of Grey as told by Christian.
Right, that's gonna be fun.
Why they felt the need to do that, I don't know. It's like going with, and now we're going to look at the story of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone as told by...
You still think of a minor character.
Well, no, it's not a minor character. That's the thing. It's like someone who is kind of with...
From Ron Weasley's point of view.
Yeah, it's like looking at it...
Where suddenly he's the
Ron
hero in all
behind
of this. Ron, are you writing fan fiction again?
Essentially, that's what it is. It's the story. It's that.
Harry Potter from the viewpoint of Madame Pomfrey.
That I would want to see.
That's the matron film. I'll ask who that was. Who is barely in the films, but yeah. I'm still annoyed Pease wasn't in those films.
Well, they had the filming footage
Yeah.
for him, but they decided to cut him.
Yeah, oh, come on.
Rick Mail called it his best film role
Yeah.
because he got paid and didn't have to do
You
anything.
get paid for it.
He got paid. He filmed it all and everything. He didn't like the film. He's never read the books. He was very dismissive of the whole thing. But he got paid to do it and never actually ended up at the film. But he got to go to the premiere and everything as well.
Oh my gosh. Lucky him.
And apparently, all of his kids' friends thought that he was Hagrid. Because obviously, his children was telling people, "Oh, my dad's gonna be in Harry Potter."
And then they learned the harsh realities of show business. No, he's not. No.
He was really not interested.
Well, Harry Potter is a very much each certain generations thing. You grew up with the books. If they got darker. Adults probably wouldn't like Harry Potter. Well, something else like Harry Potter. Bad matchup. Harry Potter from the viewpoint of one of the goblins from Grignots. This is the most minor character you can think of. But the Harry Potter saga told from their point of view. There's a lot of shit going on. What's going on?
Now, telling it from a minor character, that's different than, like, your principal.
Harry Potter from the viewpoint of Albus Dumbledore, which is interesting because he dies in the... Because he died again? Albus Track, Half-Blood Prince, isn't it? Yeah.
Half-Blood Prince, yeah.
Spoiler alert. Snape kills him as well. Also spoiler alert.
It's one of the ones I've not read.
Well, Half-Blood Prince is literally just set up for the final book. Good story, but I mean, Order of the Phoenix is dull, in my own opinion.
That's the last one I read.
Yeah, the fifth one is dull as fuck.
I never read the others.
Other than Umbridge, it's really quite dull.
Are we finally out?
Yes, we're out. We made it. We're at the Pokemon League.
Took you bloody long enough.
Well, that's Future Road. I could show you a video of me training all the Pokemon. Grinding all the levels, getting the high enough level. That would be fun to watch.
Oh god, no.
We could have more talk about penises.
No.
It's now become a thing.
No.
No more penis talk.